Well, today I was gonna give a little review of this Polaris cab. I've had it for a few months now and bought it over the winter there, just to be able to extend the riding time and stuff like that. And so it's got the full cab on it. It's got the tilt out windshield with the windshield wiper and wiper fluid. Full electric windows on it. Now these windows, I mean, I might have went with something else, but they're the only door that you can really get from Polaris that the full window rolls down. Most other windows tilt out front or back, and I don't know, I just wanted something to be able to have a full window go down, and that was really it. It's got a sliding glass back window back there, and I like that quite a bit, and hard cab, got some work lights on the back and whatnot, and I've been pretty happy with it so far. It's got, still, Polaris, they still got a lot of, driveline noise. It's probably could have done a little better with that, but I'll show you the inside here. End up going with this is really the only thing that's got any upholstery on is that roof there, and I did like that. We put the dome light in it, and that way you're not getting mud and doors. A lot of the other ones, the premium cab, which has a tilt out windows, it's got all this carpeted side of the doors, and just wasn't a big fan. So you can see up here, here's the windshield wiper fluid, and so windshield wiper, and then of course the windows go up and down. And the cab is really nice. It's heavy. You can tell a definite power difference when you put that on. But one thing I didn't like about it is you still get a lot of dust that comes in the thing. I mean, they come through and they take all your hood off and the panels when you buy this door kit, and they seal it up with foam. But if you got all the windows down and the windows up and everything just totally sealed up, you're still getting dust coming in under here on the floorboard and stuff like that. So that's probably another thing they could have done a little bit better with. And of course it's got the heater and all that in it, and that heater, I mean, it works in the wintertime. I mean, it'll roast you out. You can ride around. We were riding around in here 20-degree days and stuff in a t-shirt, so they did really well on there. And then the windshield gives you the option of, you can either go here, this little option, or it tilts all the way out. And this is pretty nice. It lets in a lot of bit of air, but if you get going too fast and stuff, it just kind of shoots almost the wind right into your face. And I don't know, but that is, I guess, a gripe of mine about that. But it is nice to let in a bunch of air, and then of course the thing tilts all the way up. So I wish they would have had some kind of a locking mechanism that way, because your doors are, you got to lock on your doors and everything, but this doesn't leave your window very secure. So what I've been doing is I take this guy here and stuff in there, and that way somebody can't come from the outside and press on your windshield and end up popping it up and out. So just a little bit more security. But it'd been nice if they came with a latch that would have latched onto that and latched it down, but I don't know, we make do. So yeah, that's the cab and inside of that, and it does good for keeping the weather on you and weather off of you. You get sometimes a little bit of gap here and there, but for the most part it keeps you pretty dry. Then another problem I've had too is this little rubberized strip in there. Sometimes in the wintertime you'll get a little ice built up here, and it'll suck itself to the door and kind of peel itself off, but that's being pretty critical. And then some other things, I guess I put on this 52-inch curved light bar, and been really happy with that. Before, these lights, they're not an LED light, so there's not a lot of, it's really pretty dark compared to my Razor. The Razor has, natural LED lights that comes from the factory in it, and there's that. And then put in some work lights back here, and those work really well for, you can go out and cut firewood at night and stuff like that, or things you need to do. And put the headache rack on there with all that glass. I didn't want something coming in and busting the back glass, so I definitely wanted to protect that. And another thing I did too was put this skid plate on there. This UHMW and it's really nice. That was the first thing we did. And then we're running the takeoff tires off my Razor. They're 29 inches. Put this 2-inch high lifter kit on here, and it does allow me to run a 29-inch tire, and I've stuffed it all down the creeks and stuff, and never had any wheel rubs. So I saw people were saying, you know, run 28s and stuff, but it's a 2-inch high lifter kit. Didn't really want to go any more than that because I was afraid of breaking axles, and you got to put a steering stop on it, and really it is pretty tall now. So for what I do, we got, you know, side hilling, getting into places, getting firewood, and wouldn't want to go much taller than that. But so there it is. Had it for a while, and for those of you thinking about it, just wanted to give you my opinion on it. Appreciate it, and have a good day.